Hey guys, today's story is about a bunch of ne'er-do-wells. I officially hate D&D, which is a shame considering just how few people cause such distaste towards possibly one of the most unique games in existence. I've played D&D for 6 years since I was 14, and some of the greatest moments with my friends were made in it. But today everything changed for me. We met a female goblin in the Mad Mage dungeon, and she was pretty awesome. She knew how to make maps and help us not get lost. And if you include this goblin, we had 4 in total in the party. The goblin Glom, who was an NPC, Deep, who was a friend in playing a druid, Schlurpy, who was a friend in playing a cleric, and then Anthony Stark, myself playing a wizard. Now, before I begin, I should mention that Deep and Schlurpy have been consistently acting strange and inappropriate at the table. It wasn't uncommon for Schlurpy to fill his vials of holy water with mayonnaise. And to make it worse, Schlurpy refused to heal any of the party members unless they drank from his holy water first. So I was basically never healed, which can kinda suck when you're a wizard and you're often on low HP. However, Deep gladly partook of the holy drink, and he would describe in grim detail as he chugged every drop of milky liquid within the container. This had gone on for quite some time, and I am yet to get used to this interaction. I, quite frankly, squirm in disgust, but the DM tends to laugh, so I guess it isn't awkward. Well, things escalated quickly. Often after defeating a group of goblins, Deep and Schlurpy would keep one alive so that they could have some fun with them. And I'll be honest, I should have dropped out of the campaign at this point. However, these guys had been my best friends since the 3rd grade, and I didn't want to just one day up and leave. I often expressed my discomfort, but they would laugh it off and play it off as their characters. Glom, the female goblin, didn't react negatively to these actions, as Glom was played by our DM, who enjoyed these interactions. Well, today, I'm done. We were walking through the dungeon when Schlurpy texted the DM in private. He wanted to cast Command on me. Despite Command being a verbal spell, the DM simply asked me to roll a Wisdom saving throw without telling me what it was for. I succeeded 4 times, but Schlurpy didn't care. He wasted 3 first-level spell slots and a 2nd-level spell slot trying to command me over and over. But eventually, I failed, and his command was molest. And because he used a 2nd-level spell slot, he could choose 2 characters, and he chose Glom with the command submit. And for a full minute, my friends laughed at me as the DM described in full detail what I was forced to do to Glom. And the DM went as far as to have me roll a Constitution saving throw to see if something else would happen. And I can't express how uncomfortable I was. And immediately after the spell ended, I left the dungeon and party. I asked Glom to come with me as well, to assure that they wouldn't continue to harass her. But the DM told me that Glom would choose to stay with the group as she was afraid of me, despite that she knew that she was charmed. The DM even rewarded Schlurpy 2 inspirations for playing his character correctly, and then the session ended. I'm probably just going to make excuses as to why I can't come back to play with them, which is really sad considering that we won't be seeing each other for a long time once college starts up. And as a chronomancer, I wish I could reverse time so that I never joined this campaign to begin with. I'm sad, grossed out, and even thinking of D&D leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I am genuinely sorry to others who might have had this type of experience. Thanks for listening to my story, and I apologize that it was so long. P.S. I was told that Command was a 1-round only duration, which, to clarify, I told my friends this before he even tried to cast the spell, but the table had assured me that it lasted a full minute. So if they actually just stuck to the rules, this entire thing could have been avoided to begin with. P.P.S. For additional context, we play in person because we all live in the same town. This, as you can imagine, made the entire situation all the more uncomfortable. And a lot of people asked why I didn't just exit the voice call. That's why. It's a lot harder to leave when you're at your friend's house, surrounded by physical people. And to be honest, I wish I had the boldness of some of those in the comments. I struggle with confronting people in person, and I'm glad a lot of people understand where I'm coming from. Well guys, I can't really say that OP's friends are really all that great. He had stated how he was uncomfortable, and then they laughed at him. And not only that, they then proceeded to not only just break the rules intentionally to try to do something to him, but to make it so that he was even more uncomfortable. I have very little doubt that these people knew what they were doing, and they just wanted to laugh at the discomfort that they were causing OP. The OP shouldn't just leave the party, but he might want to start thinking about finding other friends as well. If they're willing to do this to him in-game, I can't imagine what they would be willing to do to him outside of it. But, with that being said, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, even with its discomfort, and if you did, maybe think about subscribing and joining my Discord. But, as always, have a good one, and happy holidays.